It seems like just last week we were here, Gary, kicking this thing off, kicking our season off this time last year. But when I get a chance to meet people, and in this particular case with Gary, we've been doing this 15 years. And this is one of the neatest combinations of political, the lottery, the state, education, and you look at all of the things that are involved to make this work for the state of Texas and work for our educational system. So Gary Grief, for me, over the last 15 years, one of the most competent business or competent professional executives that I've ever been around, because he's got quite a constituency. The net result is that we have raised, with the Cowboy lottery ticket approaching, he's going to talk about it, almost $100 million for Texas education over this period of time. And it has to do with getting those guys, and we're going to be having a special come up over our draft day we had this last spring, and it is called On the Clock. And of course, what's getting the attention is the Vaughn draft pick that we use there. But it also kicks off by showing me in that draft room, showing our lottery ticket winners, the Cowboy lottery ticket winners, how we're going to be drafting, what we're going to be doing, and key people that we've got. Well, we go in there before the draft and show them and get in there with them, and that's what they have won when they have a Cowboy lottery ticket. And so there's effort to everything, but Gary's the kind of guy that makes you want to do it. So Gary, let's step up here and hear again where we've arrived at this year. But welcome to our training camp kickoff here in the Star, and we're just, as always, glad to have you and really great to be on the team.
All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. Thank you for having us. Welcome everybody, and especially welcome to our training camp lottery winners. What a treat to have you guys here with us. This is the first time that we've been able to have you all at our press conference, and that just means the world to me, because it really brings this prize to life, and it brings the enthusiasm and all the excitement of the Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket to life too. So welcome to you all. So our fiscal year for the Texas Lottery is going to end at the end of this month, just in about 10 days. When we close the books on the Texas Lottery's fiscal year, we're going to set another new sales record for the 15th consecutive year. It might surprise you, but we will have sold in this past fiscal year more than $8.7 billion worth of lottery tickets in the state of Texas. That's a new all-time record. Now, coincidentally, we've been in partnership with the Dallas Cowboys for the Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket for 15 years as well. Now, I don't think that's a coincidence. Since Jerry and the Jones family and the Cowboys came into the Texas Lottery's lives 15 years ago, they really raised the level of excitement and the buy-in from our players that the Texas Lottery was really something special. Now, more importantly, when we close those books out at the end of this month, for the first time ever, we will have contributed more than $2 billion to your public schools in one single fiscal year. $2 billion back to public schools. And that's what we're all about, and that's what makes us more excited than anything else that we do. Now, just the idea of purchasing these beautiful Dallas Cowboys scratch-off tickets and having the chance to win some unforgettable, once-in-a-lifetime experiences like the ones several of you are living through today, that is what gets us fired up. When you have a chance to win a prize like taking 19 of your friends and family to AT&T Stadium and having a suite and VIP accommodations, or if you've got a chance to bring a friend or a family member to Dallas Cowboys training camp and have the pleasure, and I understood you guys got to be with Drew Pearson today. And I can't think of a better ambassador for the Dallas Cowboys or the Texas Lottery than Drew. He is now a Hall of Famer, and we're all so proud of him for that. And he's just a great ambassador for us and for the Cowboys as well.
What was your favorite thing about this experience?
So far, beating Drew Pearson.
in person, getting to visit with him, down-to-earth person, great guy.
The Hail Mary story from Drew Pearson. You know, you've seen it, I saw it when I was a kid, and just hearing the background story from Drew Pearson directly, how it happened, that was amazing.
I got to meet Drew Pearson today, the original number 88. It was an experience I'll never forget. Well, he basically went through the Hail Mary catch when he made it, you know, and I was the guy that let him catch it.
So those prizes really get us fired up, as well as autographed jerseys, season tickets, Cowboys gift cards. And lest anyone forget, you can win $100,000 instantly when you scratch off a Dallas Cowboys scratch game. Now, all those prizes are great and they get everybody excited, but the big one, and I've talked to Jerry about this, is that experience in the war room on draft day. I cannot wait every year because we ask our players who win that prize for feedback. You know, how was your experience? That type of thing. To a man, they rant and rave about what a positive experience it was, about the time that Jerry personally spends with them, shares with them information, not the secret information, but good information about what's going to be happening in the draft. That excites our players to no end. So in fact, all these experiential prizes are made that much better, and I hope all of our winners have experienced this. The staff of the Cowboys, it is second to none, and they always make these experiences so wonderful for everyone. And I want to thank Jerry and his team for making these experiences so great for our players. So, when we started this game 15 years ago, I don't think Jerry or I, either one, could have ever dreamed that by now we'd have generated more than $460 million in sales for just the Cowboys scratch-off game. And of those sales, more than $321 million has gone right back into the pockets of our players in the form of prizes of all kinds. And I don't want to forget about the 20,000 hardworking Texas businesses around the state who sell and market those Cowboys scratch-off tickets every single day. Those retailers, they've earned more than $23 million in commissions over the years. And last but certainly not least, as Jerry mentioned, the reason we do all this is to put money in the fund for Texas schools. And to date, the Cowboys game has generated right at $94 million for public schools in Texas. And that's what makes us so especially proud of this partnership. I want to wish all of our players good luck this season as they play the Dallas Cowboys scratch-off ticket. We take responsible gambling very seriously. Remember, it only takes one to win. Support your Cowboys because this is our year to go to the Super Bowl. I've told Jerry that already. We got all the pieces in place, and while you're doing that, support the Texas Lottery and public education by buying a Dallas Cowboys scratch-off ticket this season. Thank you again, Jerry, for having us. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for all your time today. I appreciate it.
I really should have opened with this, but I want to personally thank each of you with recognizing and appreciating what we're doing with the lottery and what we're doing in taking the interest and the visibility of the Cowboys to basically go out and attach it to the lottery and attach it to that concept, and then ultimately having the money for education. All of this is the way that sports can work, and that's the way it works. And you guys have had a lot to do with it, is my point, because you understand it, you bought into it as well as anybody in the sports world has. And so I appreciate your time. I appreciate your time today with what we're doing today as we kick this thing off this afternoon.